A massive drama truly shook the MotoGP paddock after the French Grand Prix main race. It wasn't just Aprilia's dominant victory that stole the spotlight, but also Francesco Bagnaia's emotional outburst that instantly heated up the atmosphere inside the Ducati garage. The crash suffered by the two-time world champion has now raised serious questions about Ducati's bike this season, and has even started fueling speculation about internal conflict within the Italian manufacturer. So what exactly caused Francesco Bagnaia to explode in anger after the French MotoGP? Let's discuss. The main race at the Le Mans circuit was incredibly intense right from the opening lap. The battle at the front was extremely tight, with Jorge Martin delivering a stunning performance aboard the Aprilia. Meanwhile, Marco Bezzecchi also showed remarkable consistency throughout the race. Ducati was hoping Bagnaia could stay in contention for victory in order to keep his championship hopes alive this season. From the beginning of the race, Bagnaia actually looked quite competitive. Although he wasn't completely dominating, he was still able to maintain his pace and stay close to the leading riders. Ducati appeared confident because the Des Mercedes' characteristics were considered very strong in Le Mans' fast sectors. However, as the race entered the middle stages, the pressure began to rise dramatically. The most crucial moment finally came when Bagnaia started closing in on Marco Bezzecchi, who was running at the front with very stable pace. Not wanting to lose a golden opportunity, Bagnaia became increasingly aggressive in searching for an overtaking chance. But that decision quickly turned into disaster. Entering one of the high-speed corners, the front end of his Ducati suddenly lost grip. Within seconds, Bagnaia crashed heavily and was unable to continue the race. The accident immediately shocked the entire Le Mans crowd. His chance to secure crucial championship points vanished instantly. The crash became a massive blow for Bagnaia in this season's title fight. Not only did he lose the opportunity to win, but he also lost valuable momentum in an increasingly tight championship battle. His frustration was immediately visible from the expression on the Italian rider's face moments after the crash. Television cameras repeatedly captured Bagnaia looking furious and deeply disappointed. It surprised many MotoGP fans because Bagnaia has always been known as a very calm rider under pressure. Even after crashes in previous seasons, he rarely showed such an emotional reaction. But this time, the situation was completely different. Bagnaia's emotions seemed impossible to control. After getting up from the gravel trap, he was seen repeatedly kicking cones at the side of the track as a way of releasing his immense frustration. The moment quickly went viral across social media within hours. The situation became even more interesting when Bagnaia was taken back to the Ducati paddock on the back of a Marshall scooter. During the ride, his face looked cold and filled with anger. Television cameras continued focusing on the rider's expression, showing that he was still thinking about the cause of the crash. However, the real drama only began after he arrived at the Ducati Lenovo team garage. Inside the paddock, Bagnaia was seen having a serious conversation with Ducati team boss Davide Tardozzi. At first, the discussion appeared normal, but the tension gradually started to rise. Several Ducati crew members were even seen paying close attention, because the body language between the two suggested a serious argument was taking place. Davide Tardozzi himself is widely known as a very emotional figure inside the paddock and someone who passionately defends Ducati riders at all times. But this time, he appeared to be involved in a heated debate with his own lead rider. Not long afterward, Bagnaia was seen leaving the paddock area with a face full of anger. The moment further fueled public speculation that serious problems might be happening behind the scenes at Ducati. After the race, Bagnaia finally spoke to the media and made a statement that immediately shocked many people. He firmly stated that the crash was not purely his fault as a rider. According to Bagnaia, he lost feeling in the front end of the bike while entering corners. That condition left him unable to fully control the motorcycle at maximum level. What makes the situation even more concerning is that the problem was reportedly very similar to what he previously experienced at the Jerez Grand Prix. Front-end feeling has become one of the most critical aspects of modern MotoGP. When a rider loses confidence in the front of the bike, the risk of crashing increases dramatically, and that now appears to be the exact issue haunting Bagnaia throughout the 2026 season. What makes the situation even more complicated is the fact that Ducati still has not found a definitive solution to the problem. Similar complaints had already surfaced in several previous races. As a rider whose racing style relies heavily on front-end stability under braking and corner entry, losing that front feeling has clearly had a major impact on Bagnaia's performance. This situation has now sparked a wave of new speculation throughout the MotoGP paddock. Several analysts have started questioning whether Ducati has become too focused on developing a bike better suited to Marc Marquez's aggressive riding style. Even though Marquez is currently sidelined with injury, his arrival at Ducati remains one of the biggest storylines of the season. The character of the 2026 Desmosedici is said to have undergone significant changes, and even small adjustments to the bike's front-end behaviour can have a massive impact on Bagnaia, who is known for being extremely sensitive to front-end feeling. Davide Tardozzi himself tried to calm the growing tension inside the Ducati garage following the incident. He emphasised that Ducati continues to fully support Francesco Bagnaia and will not allow the world champion to face this issue alone. According to Tardozzi, the entire Ducati engineering team is currently working around the clock to analyse the root cause of the problem and find the best possible solution as quickly as possible before the next race weekend begins. Ducati also wants to ensure that Bagnaia can return feeling comfortable and competitive again so he can bounce back in the upcoming races. While Ducati is currently under massive pressure, Aprilia has started looking increasingly terrifying. Jorge Martin delivered a dominant performance at Le Mans and is now being viewed as a serious threat in the championship battle. Marco Bezzecchi also performed brilliantly throughout the weekend and became one of the key factors that pushed Bagnaia into taking major risks before ultimately crashing. Now, the entire paddock's attention is turning toward the next round at the 2026 Catalunya Grand Prix. Ducati is expected to carry out a massive evaluation in order to uncover the exact cause behind the loss of front-end feeling on Francesco Bagnaia's bike. Ducati engineers are reportedly preparing to analyse all race data in depth, starting from bike setup, tyre performance, and even track characteristics that are suspected to have triggered the issue. The Catalunya Grand Prix is predicted to become one of the most important moments of the season. If Ducati succeeds in fixing the problem, Bagnaia could have a real chance to bounce back and rejoin the championship fight. However, if the same issue appears again, the pressure on Ducati could explode even further, and the team's internal drama will undoubtedly remain under intense scrutiny from the Italian media. Now MotoGP fans are waiting for one huge answer at Catalunya. Will Ducati finally find the solution and bring Bagnaia's smile back? Or will the intense drama inside Ducati's red garage continue to grow even bigger? Write your opinion in the comments below